All right, thank you everyone. We should be set to go here. My name is Henry, and we definitely appreciate you all for joining us right now. We're getting started. Basically, I'm the digital marketing coordinator here at University of the People, and I am joined by Hanan.
Hello, thank you everyone for joining us. My name is Hanan. I am the Financial Aid Officer at the University of the People. I will be joining today as a co-organizer with Henry, and I hope you all enjoy.
Thank you, Hanan. And so we'll just kind of jump into things a little bit about how this webinar works. We will have only one-way audio, unfortunately, so me and Hanan will be kind of explaining to you guys for everything.
If you have any questions, you can submit them anytime during the session in the questions box of the webinar panel. Your questions will be answered at the end of the session.
And if just in case you're not able to get your questions answered today, just keep in mind that those are stored and we will try to reach out to you individually to get your questions answered if we're not able to get to them during the actual webinar. And the presentation is currently being recorded. We like to upload them to our YouTube channel, Facebook, our different mediums in order for you guys to be able to view them later on, and so they may be used for promotional purposes in this case. Now we'll go ahead and jump into the agenda that we have here. We'll kind of start off with who we are, University of the People, the types of financial aid that we offer, some of the scholarship funds that we have and who might be eligible for them, so that you kind of know your opportunities when applying and how to apply. So yeah, after the types of scholarships, we get into how to apply for your scholarships and grants to kind of jumpstart your pursuit of higher education. And then at the end, we'll have a chance to get into some of your questions to help you get all the information that you need. Now, a little bit about University of the People. We are an American accredited degree. We will have more information about that in our webinar on December 5th. So if you would like more details about that, definitely feel free to tune in there.
We are also an online university. University of the People works to open the gates of higher education to qualified students anywhere in the world by offering its programs through distance learning. It creates a global community by making its academic programs and educational services available to qualified individuals from all over the world, and by providing learning opportunities that engage students and faculty from diverse backgrounds. It is also a tuition-free university. The university is designed to help qualified high school graduates to access higher education. They can access higher education globally with no cost of tuition. It does not charge its students for course materials or annual enrollment, making degree programs affordable and accessible. In order for the university to support its continued operation, it charges a $60 application fee and an assessment fee of $100 per each completed course for the undergraduate program, $200 for graduate programs. For those who cannot afford these fees, a variety of scholarships are available to help support their studies, as it is the university's mission to help qualified high school graduates overcome financial constraints that are keeping them from earning their higher education.
Exactly, Hanan. Thank you. So yeah, as you can see here, like Hanan mentioned, we're all online, tuition free because we're nonprofit, and our goal is really, as Hanan mentioned, just to open access to higher education. We're here to help all of you pursue your dreams of getting degrees in fields that you want without finding yourself in huge amounts of debt, or if you don't have access to higher education in your area. That's what we're here for. Next, we will jump into the types of financial aid that we offer. And first, we will go over the grants here.
Now, in order for the university to help its program running, it asks for minimal fees, such as the non-refundable application processing fee in the amount of $60. However, the university has taken in consideration that some individuals might not be able to afford the application processing fee. As such, the university offers grants to those individuals. The grants covers all or part of the application processing fee. The priority of the grants are given to those who have not yet earned a bachelor's degree, as the goal is to help them take their first steps towards higher education. First, you must create an application to join University of the People. Then you will have the opportunity to request a grant.
So next we'll kind of jump into the scholarships. It's a lot of the similar information. It'll cover all or part of the expected assessment fees. So the grants will help you with the application fee. Our scholarships help once you actually start your classes. As Hanan mentioned earlier, it's $100 per undergraduate course, $200 for graduate course. However, we currently don't have any scholarships for our graduate degrees. We're hoping to secure some funds in order to continue expanding our scholarship opportunities for our students. But priority, again, is given those who have not earned a bachelor's degree yet. And the scholarships you can request after you have been officially admitted as a student. And even after that, during your studies, if something happens halfway through your degree and you want to suddenly apply for a scholarship, you definitely have that opportunity to. So if you didn't do it right at the time of your application or right when you were admitted, there's no need to stress about that. Now that we've gone over kind of what the differences are, we can jump into some of the scholarship funds that we have available for you. We do have many, so I'll only touch on a few here for you. As you can see here, we kind of have a list. The first one on the list is the Simone Biles Legacy Scholarship Fund. And the eligible applicants for the Simone Biles Legacy Scholarship are students coming specifically from foster care. After that, we have the Vietnamese Scholarship Fund, specifically for citizens of Vietnam. You also see there the Emergency Refugee Assistance Scholarship Fund, which is specifically for refugee applicants. Next, we have the Intel Haitian Women Scholarship, which is specifically for women from Haiti. We also have the UO People General Scholarship, which is really for anyone to apply. So if you feel like you're just in a situation where you need some assistance, you don't necessarily fit any specific demographic of the other scholarships, you can apply for the UO People General Scholarship in an attempt to secure some of those funds for yourself as well. As you can see in the images, we have the Henry Schein Scholarship Fund, Western Union Foundation, etc. So feel free to check out our website. We have the full list there with all the details for you to research and get all the details that you need about the scholarships. Next, we're gonna jump into how to actually apply for financial aid. This is the most important thing. We've talked about that you can get money, the types of money you can get, but how do you get it is the most important thing. So Hanan, would you mind kind of walking us through the application process?
Of course. Thank you, Henry. So how to apply for financial aid? Grants are the first part of financial aid. Now, in order to apply for a grant, you must first apply to the University of the People. After confirming your email address, you will be able to send your admission advisor an email requesting for a grant. You will be assigned an admission advisor once you have completed the process of applying to the university. And once you do have an admission advisor, you can send him an email and request for a grant. You will be asked to provide some information that will help in assessing your request. And you will be notified within 24 hours with a response regarding your request. That's the first part of financial aid. The second part are the scholarships. Now, scholarships can be requested before and after you have started your studies with the university, as Henry mentioned earlier. Scholarships can cover all or part of 10 course assessment fees at a time. You will first need to be admitted in order to apply for a scholarship. After you have been notified of your admission, you can apply for a scholarship by logging into your online portal and clicking on Apply for a Scholarship. You will be asked to provide brief information as to why you are applying and if you are able to contribute in any amount towards each course assessment fee. Now, after you have submitted your request and you have answered the questions, your request will reach to the financial aid team. The team will assess your request and notify you of the outcome.
Great, thank you. And now that we've kind of gone over all the specifics about financial aid, we can jump into your questions. And so we did have a couple questions submitted prior to beginning. Hanan, would you kind of like to go over those? And I'll start researching all of your questions that you were asking live for us.
Yes, thank you, Henry. One question that is actually frequently asked, what are the costs of transfer credits? If you have credits approved to transfer towards your degree, the cost per transfer credit towards each course is $17. This is instead of paying the assessment fee per course of $100 for undergraduates and $200 for graduates. Now, as you can see, transferring credits may significantly reduce the total cost of your degree. Another question, how can I pay the processing fees? Payments can be made through Western Union Global Pay, PayPal, cashier's checks, and payment via MoneyGram. PayPal payments can be done with your personal PayPal account or by using major credit card or debit cards like Visa, MasterCard, Discover, or American Express. Also, another question that we get frequently asked, I cannot afford to pay the transfer credit evaluation fee. Do you have grants or scholarships for that? Yes, we do have grants, which may be available for unique cases. If you cannot afford the transfer credit evaluation fees, you can contact your program advisor regarding that, and he will walk you through the process of requesting a transfer credit waiver.
Great, thank you, Hanan. I do see here a question from Pierre. He asks, do we accept FAFSA and how can you apply? So FAFSA is not really anything specific with University of the People, since we do try to have students from all over the world. It's kind of hard for us to use government documents like that. So we create our scholarships based on a need situation. So if you apply, definitely feel free to follow all the protocol and answer all the questions that we need so that we can make sure that we get you your money, because we do not want money being what stops you from your education, ultimately. There's also a question here, if I'm a fresh graduate, am I still eligible for the grants or the scholarships? Also a great question, which we touched on briefly earlier. In order to get the grants and scholarships, it has to be you have to not have a bachelor's degree yet. So if you're a graduate from high school, you haven't started college yet, you're looking to help fund and find financing for your education, you may definitely apply for both the grant for the application fee. Once you're admitted, feel free to apply for the scholarships. I have here a question. Someone that says that they received a bachelor's degree in the past, but in a different field. They would like to begin their studies new, get a new degree in a different field. Would they still be able to apply for a scholarship? So previously, let's say, for example, they studied health science, now they want to study business. Unfortunately, since you do already have that bachelor's degree, even though it's in a different field, you would unfortunately not be eligible for a scholarship at this time. And we have here a question in regards to students that are studying for their masters, getting scholarships. Again, at this time, unfortunately, we don't have any programs in place for master's students, as we want to open the gates for higher education. And so at this time, it's only for undergraduate. There's a question here. If I finish my scholarship, can I get another one? You may always feel free to apply. We're not able to guarantee you another scholarship if you have already been awarded one, but that does not necessarily mean that you would not be able to receive one. So again, if you're still studying and your scholarship was not enough to complete your education to get your degree, feel free to either reach out to your academic advisor or outreach@uopeople.edu as well. Feel free to email us there with your questions, and we can try to get back to you on a more personal basis. There's a question here. I do see questions in regards to courses, things like that. Unfortunately, at this time, since we're limited on time, we'll be sticking to financial aid questions specifically. There's a question here. Is the degree eligible or legitimate for work in the Philippines? Now, since we are an accredited degree in the United States, that is something you'll want to look intensely into, especially in the Philippines, to make sure that your study, your effort that you put towards your study is not wasted if you find out that the position you're looking for won't recognize the degree, anything like that. So that is something I would highly recommend that you research in regards to what you plan to do after your studies to make sure that it is relevant and helpful. Let's see here. Feel free to keep sending us your questions if you have any. And after the webinar, I'll stick around to start replying to your questions individually if I'm not able to get to them now. I see here that someone is asking what to do if their application for the scholarship isn't accepted. If you're having trouble uploading anything, please reach out to us directly so we can help you get everything uploaded, that we can try to process that for you. And another question, someone says, I am a Syrian refugee, can I get a scholarship? Absolutely. We do have 2 or even 3 scholarship funds specifically for individuals that are refugees, so that you can continue your education despite the situation that you might find yourself in. Again, we don't want money being what keeps you from attaining that education. I see here some mixed questions. I guess mixed feelings about maybe I wasn't too clear. The scholarships are specifically for undergraduate level, not the graduate level. Again, as funds continue to grow, we will definitely try to expand that as much as possible. And that seems to be about it that we have for you at this time. Again, I will be sticking around to answer your questions individually. Should hopefully have them by the end of the week. This video will be uploaded to YouTube by tomorrow, so you can come in and view it at your free time. If you have any friends that weren't able to make it to the financial aid webinar, have questions about what type of financial aid is offered, how to apply, feel free to refer them to the uploaded video earlier, or again, reach out to us on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter. Email us at outreach@uopeople.edu. Try to connect with us. We're here to help you. And We just need to know how. So thank you all for joining us. Hanan, thank you also for joining us this week.
Thank you, Henry.
And have a great day.
And
Again,
thank you all for joining us. Yeah.
reach out to us if you have any more questions. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you all. Have a great day.